Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr. So far, in my opinion, this is the biggest upset this year. Man, I did not expect that. And I was really shocked of how Lopez didn't come in with a game plan. It looks like they just trained him and said, "Here you go. Here's a fight. You're going to beat him. No game plan." That's what it looked like to me. Lopez wasn't throwing enough punches. Obviously, we know he got dropped in the first round. He fought with ego. Man. But shout out to Kambosos Jr. I knew he was a dangerous fighter. And, in the back of my mind, there was that, in my head, I said, this is probably closer than I think, but I'm going to give Lopez the edge because he beat Lomachenko. I think anyone picking Lopez did nothing wrong. Anyone betting on Lopez did nothing wrong. Lopez was supposed to beat this guy. But Kambosos took advantage of a lot of things. He knew, now that I look at the press conference, Kambosos won the mental warfare. He baited him. Who knows if all that stuff would happen with his dad and going there. Heck, maybe the told his dad to go over there and he made a whole show about it. I don't know. But he won the mental warfare. Is that Lopez's Achilles heel? Is he not mentally strong? Meaning, yeah, he could dedicate himself, but can you bait him to not fight the way he should? Kambosos showed that to this. I guess in this fight, he showed it. Kambosos won the mental warfare. Look how Lopez fought the first couple rounds. The first round, trying to knock him down, trying to guarantee it to people that don't really matter, the bettors, the fans. If Lopez would have fought the rounds, the first couple rounds the way he did, the middle of the rounds, and even towards the end of the rounds, meaning the middle rounds and then round 10, 11, and 12, I don't know what he was doing. He should have attacked him. If Lopez would have attacked him the way he did on the 10th and won 11 and 12, we're probably looking at a draw, or we're probably looking at him winning by a hair. People would have been like, Kambosos won that fight. But if Lopez would have dug deep and won 11 and 12, and they would have got a draw, I don't think anyone would have been upset with a draw if Lopez would have won 11 and 12. But he didn't have the energy. And he just didn't have the game plan. I still think Lopez could have won that fight if he would have fought the right way. But maybe it's just timing for Kambosos. It's his time. If you guys look at the way Kambosos fights, he's a phenomenal fighter. He's exciting. He's not no pushover. Kambosos is he's a straight dog. He could fight. He showed it. He's a warrior. Man, I feel bad for Lopez though. Man, did you see him, first off, make, I don't know what to call it without being mean, but a low move. He interrupted the champ. Lopez, you're not supposed to interrupt the champ when he won the titles and is talking and having an interview right after the fight. You don't do that. Even if you think you won the fight. Lopez sounded really, I just feel bad for him because I know why he did that. He was a little bit in denial. His dad should have stopped him. Maybe that was part of a show that his dad told him to do. But I did not like that Lopez, when after the fight, when Kambosos was having an interview and interrupted him, because Kambosos deserved that moment for him and him only. Kambosos deserved that time because he earned those belts fair and square. I did not like that Lopez did that. That was really low on him. It made him look really bad. And that's why I feel bad for Lopez, because just, he was saying, the takeover, all this stuff. Like, man, you just what I would have told him right there is that, man, just put that on hold, man. You lost. Yes, you made a couple promises, but it doesn't matter. Right now, you just take it like a champ. Take the loss like a champ. You lost your belts. Just go home, man. Like, you don't got to do that to yourself. I don't like seeing that type of disrespect. I'm glad that Kambosos went to his corner afterwards, and the nice things he said even after the fight, even after he interrupted him, he kept his cool. He was patient. Man, Kambosos, he's mature, man. He's a champion. He conducted himself like a champion after the fight. Lopez didn't. Lopez is gonna regret doing that. He's gonna look at himself and say, man, I shouldn't have done that. That was so stupid of me. But hey, there's no doubt that I think that that this fight is probably gonna happen again. There's no doubt that the next fight is probably gonna be just as good. But we'll see. We'll see if Lopez wants to stay at 135. I mean, let's just go based off what he said during the interviews after the fight in the ring. Announcer, or the interview said, or no, I'm sorry, George Kambosos said, yeah, let's go do it in Australia in front of 80,000 people. What did Lopez say? Man, I just got to regroup. Usually you say that when you win a fight, when you win a fight, but you lost. If you really want to fight the guy, I would say, yeah, sure. Let's go to Australia. I'll go tomorrow. I'll fight you today. Give me a couple hours. But Lopez just kept digging himself in a hole, man. And I feel so bad for him. I don't think he needs to. I don't want to be one of those guys that says, oh, he needs to change his corner, or his dad isn't a good trainer. No. His dad got him to this point, and he's a good trainer. Maybe they got up doing the whole show type of deal and guaranteeing type of deal, and they got caught up in this show, right? This narrative, right? But he just needs to, his dad needs to like really reflect on himself, meaning Lopez's dad, and say, okay, was this the best decision for my son to first off tell him to go knock him out right away. Also, in the middle of the rounds when he was losing, he was saying, knock this guy out. Come on, man. Did you have a game plan? Teofimo Lopez's dad needs to really reflect on his advice that he gave his son, because it's just not Lopez's fault. We could sit here and talk about, oh, Lopez didn't have a game plan, and just put all the pressure on Lopez. No. Let's look at his dad is his trainer, and that's unfortunate, because now that's a lot more pressure, especially because your father is your trainer. So his dad needs to really reflect on his decision, on what was his game plan, man. Like, were you giving your son the best advice during the fight? Did you give your son the best advice to start the fight? I don't think so. I don't think he needs to change his trainer. I don't think he needs to change it. But I do think he needs to reflect on himself and say, did I make the right choices? Because Lopez, first off, that's his dad. He's going to trust him even more in his word. He's gonna listen to him even more when it comes down to going back to the corner and his dad saying, telling him whatever he wants to tell him. You're winning the fight, or you can knock this guy out. I feel bad for the Lopez's. There's no doubt that he could bounce back. But let's just talk about George Kambosos, man. He's a champion, man. I like George Kambosos a lot. He conducted himself really, really well, man. He's very well mannered. Great, the little story that I know about him. He dedicated that fight to his grandpa. Man, he got emotional when he won the fight, and he was trying to give credit to everyone. He just kept talking and saying, my wife, my son, my mom, my dad, my father, whatever he said. It was beautiful, man. And it's in these moments in these upsets, that maybe if you're a Teofimo Lopez fan, you might be upset. But I'm a fan of the sport, and I'm a fan of the art of it and the story of it. And this makes me good inside. This I see the flowers in the flames right now, but another champion was bloomed. And he has a great story too, and he's a great guy, and he's a champion as well. This was a great night of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I love the sport. For these upsets, these newly crowned champions with great stories. This is why I love the fight game. This is why I love boxing. Now, will this be the biggest upset this year? Will Devin Haney beat Jojo Diaz next weekend? Will Tank beat Isaac Cruz next weekend? There's no doubt in my mind. These should beat him. Let's not hope. It would be crazy if Lopez starts a trend. I don't think so, though. But crazy things have happened. Okay, guys. Those are my thoughts after the fight. I hope you guys liked them. If you guys enjoy them, please like, share, and subscribe to All Around Boxing TV. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, guys.